A barrage of gunshots cracked through the tense streets of Guangzhou. In an instant, one of China's most promising revolutionaries, Liao Zhongkai, collapsed beside his car, lifeless. His assassination was not just the silencing of a single man. It was a political earthquake that tore through the Kuomintang, upended fragile alliances, and cleared the path for new power to rise. Historians still regard those gunshots as a turning point, one that shifted the balance of power and reshaped the destiny of modern China. Liao Zhongkai wasn't just an ordinary statesman. He was the embodiment of a revolutionary vision for the future of China. A brilliant organizer, a skilled financier, and an advocate for the cooperation with Chinese communists, he carried forward the mission of Sun Yat-sen during a time when the country was fractured and vulnerable. Liao Zhongkai was born in 1877 in California in a Chinese immigrant family. Educated in Hong Kong and later in Japan, he absorbed revolutionary ideas and joined Sun Yat-sen's movement to overthrow the Qing dynasty. Returning to China, Liao became one of Sun's most trusted lieutenants, overseeing the party's finances and administrative operations. He earned a reputation as a skilled organizer, capable of funding and directing revolutionary programs while remaining steadfast to Sun's vision of national modernization and independence. The death of Sun Yat-sen in March of 1925 left the Kuomintang split into rival factions. On one side stood the left wing, represented by Liao Zhongkai and Wang Jingwei, which supported continued cooperation with the Soviet Union and the Chinese Communist Party. On the other side were more conservative leaders, such as Hu Hanming, who feared communist influence and preferred a more traditional, nationalist approach. Meanwhile, Guangzhou was a center of labor unrest, strikes, and anti-imperialist boycotts, often encouraged by Soviet advisors and the communists. Foreign powers, such as Britain and Japan, viewed Liao's policies as hostile to their economic interests. By the summer of 1925, the atmosphere in Guangzhou was one of extreme political tension, factional rivalry, and growing international pressure. On that August morning, Liao attended a meeting at the Kuomintang headquarters. However, outside, someone was waiting. Liao's commitment to the alliance with communists placed him in the crosshairs of conservative forces. He supported militant labor unions, restricted foreign shipping, and supported anti-imperialist movements. To many within the Kuomintang right wing, Liao appeared not as a unifier, but as a threat to their influence and to their foreign relations. Rumors of plots circulated through Guangzhou in the weeks before his death. Both domestic rivals and international opponents had reasons to eliminate him. For some, the removal of Liao promised to weaken the left wing of the Kuomintang. For others, it was a chance to destabilize the movement that had challenged foreign privilege in China. As Liao stepped towards his car, 3 shots shattered the air. Each precise, he collapsed instantly, never to be seen again. The assassination shocked both supporters and rivals. Initial suspicion fell upon Hu Hanming, prominent right-wing leader, who was swiftly arrested. Martial law was declared, and over 100 individuals, including officers and officials, were detained. The purge disrupted the conservative faction of the Kuomintang, though conclusive evidence of the actual perpetrators was never produced. Although Hu Hanming was eventually released amid mounting internal pressure and factional bargaining, the true architects of the crime were never definitively identified. What became unmistakably clear in the aftermath was not who pulled the trigger, but who stood to gain. Chiang Kai-shek, commandant of the Whampoa Military Academy, emerged from a chaos as a central figure in China's shifting political landscape. The assassination of Liao Zhongkai sent shockwaves to the Kuomintang, destabilizing the party and briefly empowering the left through martial law and mass arrest. But his death also deprived them of their most capable strategists. This power vacuum allowed Chiang Kai-shek, still seen as a military man, to take over the National Revolutionary Army and emerge as the party's dominant figure. Liao Zhongkai's absence shattered the fragile alliance between the Kuomintang and the Chinese Communist Party. And within 2 years, Chiang would purge the communists in a wave of violence, setting back China through decades of civil war. Far from just silencing a revolutionary, the assassination of Liao Zhongkai changed the course of the Chinese Revolution.